One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free. To let from the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in its soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken, he rides on two wheels, ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow, he takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his battle cry. Metal and mayhem will never die. Whistles report he paves his way. Oh, legend in the making, day by day.
Yes, sir. We're fucking here. Much love and respect to everybody. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful Tuesday morning, man. I know that I am already for sure. We've got a lot planned for the day. I'll be getting into that in a little bit. But first, shout out to all of you members, who is the Breakfast Club, by the way. Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us, man. It is always a honor. Seriously. Thank you all for hanging with us. We're chilling and enjoying the morning. We got a whole bunch of you guys in here, man. Dr. Harley, much love and respect, kind sir. We got Code as well. Shout out to you guys, man. Always an honor to do the show and hang out and also talk about these crazy subjects that are going on in the world, man. Rebecca, good morning. I see you as well as Pumper. Appreciate you guys. And Dark Horse and Road Rage. Appreciate you guys always. So let's go ahead and really quick get into this. We got the Hells Angels Support Club member jailed for 12 years is what I labeled it. A little different as what they in the media are going to go ahead and talk about this. This is, okay, the way that the Vancouver Sun put this out, which is obviously in Canada, right? Multi-year probe into Hells Angels Puppet Club and Kamloops ends with 12-year sentence for ex-full patch member. That's how they labeled it. And then, of course, you know, I mean, my labeling is a little different than theirs, you know. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So Zale Cody, 54, an ex-full patch member of the Throttle Lockers Motorcycle Club, is the last in a trio to be sentenced for his role in a large-scale drug trafficking operation. Oh, man, I hate these stupid drug like, guys, stick away from this shit. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Like, it just gets you in trouble. You're always going to get caught up at the end. So we got Zale Cody on the right, which is this man. This is the man that was in the Throttle Lockers, right? Ex-full patch member of the Throttle Lockers Motorcycle Club is pictured in this photo alongside murdered Hells Angels Chad Wilson PNG. So yeah, that's way unfortunate. All right, let's dive into it. A multi-year drug trafficking investigation to take down members of a Hells Angels Puppet Club and Kamloops has finally come to an end, they say. Zale Cody, 54, and an ex-full patch member of the Throttle Lockers Motorcycle Club is the last in a trio to be sentenced for his role in a large-scale drug trafficking operation that had targeted the Kamloops region for expansion. In April of this year, Coty pleaded guilty to conspiracy to traffic fentanyl and was finally sentenced last week to 12 years in prison, along with a 10-year firearms and weapons prohibition. Damn. According to the Combined Forces Special Enforcement Unit of British Columbia, the Kamloops RCMP, I don't know what RCMP is, but whatever, launched an investigation in 2017 after receiving information that led them to believe a Kamloops-based criminal organization was serving as a support group for the, man, I always suck with these, Kelowna, I think, chapter of the Hells Angels. Man, you guys, your guys is French and all that stuff, and in not only Louisiana, for instance, right, in the United States, but up in Canada, dude, your guys' towns and cities, and I can't pronounce nothing over there, dude. All right, anti-gang investigators believed the support group was trying to expand a drug trafficking operation into the Kamloops area. So I guess this is right here, the Throttle Lockers motorcycle club. And it's just the guys hanging out. Zale Cote, Hell's Angels associate, and members of the Throttle Lockers biker gang, Jesus, on the right, with other members of the Okanagan Throttle Lockers PNG. All right. The CFSEU was tapped in 2018 to lead the probe and identified several prospective members of the Throttle Lockers who were actively trafficking drugs in the Kamloops area. In November 2019, the execution of 3 search warrants led to the arrest of 3 individuals, as well as charges related to the trafficking operation. Man, so there's like a lot. It wasn't just one person doing it or 2 people. Yeah, it's a bummer. Okay, so Sean William Carlisle, 49, and an ex full patch member of the Throttle Lockers, pleaded guilty in late 2022 to 1 count of trafficking cocaine and one count of trafficking marijuana. In early 2023, he was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. In late 2023, Jacob was sentenced to 1 count of possession for the purpose of trafficking fentanyl. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison. Now, when you get into this, like this Fetty shit, this blue shit, fentanyl, which all the same shit. When you get involved in fentanyl, dude, I mean, I know it's like basically the number 1 consumed drug probably in the world, but definitely in North America. We love shit like this. We love drugs, you know, and so when you traffic the highest end shit, which is the killer of everybody, man, it's brutal. So he got 4 years in prison for that. In April of this year, Cote also pled guilty to conspiracy to traffic fentanyl. In quotes, we're pleased to see closure brought to this investigation, which first began in 2017 during a time when violence including a homicide, and other serious offenses were occurring due to drug trade activity, said Superintendent Jeff Pelly, officer in charge of the Kamloops RCMP. In quotes, today, years later, we find ourselves again in the midst of a drug trafficking conflict. We want to assure the public that results such as this, which began as a proactive project by the Kamloops RCMP targeted enforcement unit, remain a priority for our detached as they directly impact public safety. Well, you know, I mean, that super sucks for you know, anybody that's related to this whole thing and they didn't essentially sign up for that, right? I'm just gonna say it. When you move like a gang and you act like a gang, you're gonna be treated like a gang. And when you can actually actively show organized crime, guys, you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean? Stop doing that shit. You're making our culture look shitty, man. You know what I mean? I feel bad, you know, for people that didn't sign up for shit like that. You know what I mean? That sucks extremely. But anyways, what do you guys think about that whole thing? I've got some breaking news that we're going to be going into here in a minute. But I want to make sure that we got all of you guys in here and I'm hanging out with you. Let's see what we got here. I see someone up in the building. We got Hardwire up in here. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much for being here and hanging with us. Much love, loyalty, honor, and respect to you too. I appreciate you, my man. And also, Pitbull is in here, huh? That's what I love to see, man. I know it is. It is what it is. That's a fact, Rebecca. And I mean, we're about to talk about something that it is what it is kind of situation. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the Secret Service director just got fired from her whole thing. Oh, here it is. Resigned after. See, that's crazy. Road Rage said, I sent you a link, Mike. A director of Secret Service resigned after the Trump fiasco. Yep. And that's what we're going to be talking about here next. That's what I've got the whole article. There is no videos made about it yet. You know what I mean? So I'm well, Black Dragon, I know he talked about it because I saw it there too. But I have the actual article because there are no like actual reports on it yet. Yeah. And by the way, Steve, you're 100% right on that shit right there. I'm going to have to give it to you. Yep. They know how to do it. Oh yeah. Okay. So they're the cops there. They were just abbreviating it. Got you, Rebecca. And that's why I figured it out once they, yeah. Once I started talking about like sergeants and stuff in the police. Yeah. I connected to the dots there. A lot are Native American, French, or I don't know. Yeah, a lot of them are. A lot of them actually came from Nova Scotia and came down to, so they originally from Canada, a lot of them. And I think there was like a big move, like 10,000 Nova Scotians. I think that's how you would say that. They moved down into Louisiana. That's where they settled quite a while ago. Where the Cajun country is, you know what I mean? Yep, absolutely. Let's see here. Made it. Yes, sir. We got family life up in the building, man. Shout out to you, man. Always awesome to see you, Fester. Appreciate you for being here and also being a member, man. I got to thank you. That is the number one way to support a YouTuber, by the way. It's actually, let me explain it real quick, just so people get some context, is members is not only the best way to, there's multiple benefits to it, but members is actually your most reliable income on YouTube, and it's the most well-paying. You know what I mean? So that's something that actually can stabilize a YouTuber, you know what I mean? Because they can actually somewhat rely on that number. They don't have to chase views all the time for Google AdSense, which sucks, by the way. The Google AdSense has totally taken a shit, and it's only going to continue to do that. But YouTube memberships, man, that is where you can, number one, that's where we really feel it, So I very much appreciate you guys in the Breakfast Club, which is the members. I really appreciate it. Does it count as trafficking if you're hiding your cocaine and your sinuses? Yeah, your booger sugar going up your nose over there. I see you. And this coming from Canadian in charge. Yeah, I saw that. And thank you, Dark Horse. That is the number one metric of all of YouTube right there. Hitting that like button. It shows YouTube we're doing something right. So I very much appreciate it. We got Supercar Specifics up in here saying, man, Vancouver, my hometown and birthplace, and I built the ski resorts in Kamloops. What is up with everyone? Miss all of you. What is up, Mike? Hey, man, I very much appreciate you for coming and hanging with us, man. I can't wait to go up to Canada and hang out with you where you live now, Toronto. I'm very excited, man. That's going to be a great trip. This morning's been a blur. Hey, Straight Jacket, I feel that. Much love for making the show, man, even when it's been a blur. You know what I mean? I like that. You call yourself an OG, don't be surprised when the feds come knocking. Hey, I really can't argue that. You want to be hardcore, you want to be OG, you know what I mean? You want to show that you're gangster that way? Well, hey, man, don't be looking for any sympathy later, right? You know what I mean? You knew the job was dangerous when you took it. It is what it is, right? Adult daycare. Yeah, that's right. Yay, we got Tats up in the building. Good morning to you. Appreciate you tuning in all the way over there in, England. I very much appreciate that. The feds in Canada are RCMP or CSIS. I've never heard of the CSIS. What does that stand for? How is Mike? Hectic Alabama life getting the best of you yet? Hey, man, I'm going to tell you what, I love it here. I embrace it in every regard. Like, for instance, yesterday, I did one of those, after the show bake sesh, you know what I mean? So anyways, I do that. I'm trying to be YouTube friendly here. So anyways, I ended up, participating in that, and I just got motivated. I was like, well, I know my dad wants the whole grounds mowed, and that's a whole 5-hour ordeal minimum, and because it's a lot to cut. And so I just got motivated. And I went out to the shop, got on the MFer, and just went for it. You know what I mean? I'll show you guys some funny footage that I put up. But yeah, Hardwire, I love it here, man. It's just the best. It's the best of the best. I'm very blessed. Kel, good morning. I appreciate you, kind sir, for being here as well, man. It's always awesome seeing all of you guys. We are thick with Canadian homies today. That's a fact. Shout out to Canada, man. Shout out to you guys. Seriously. I love to see it. Yep. I'm glad that SNS is feeling better as well, dude. I know it's hard to go through shit like that. I know people think, is that Dudley? Do right when talking Canadian feds, but don't get it twisted. You got to be wary of those fuckers. They are military trained and have global reach. What do you mean they have global reach? What does that mean? But that's interesting to know that they're actually like trained up. You know what I mean? My cat just slapped me for petting the dog instead of her. So I started petting the cat, and the dog bit my arm and yanked it away because she was jealous. So much for pets being therapeutic. Yeah, dude, they're there to fuck with you. That's what happens. I know, man. I can't wait either. Supercar specific. So that's going to be an amazing, amazing time. It's going to be awesome. Hey, I almost arrested the other day. I was eating a powdered donut. Cop thought I was at the White House. Oh shit, dude. I like that. Hopefully that you don't mean that for real. You know what I mean? Because hey, sometimes text can get lost in translation like that. All right. It's our Secret Service type stuff. Okay. I mean, shoot. I love learning from you guys, man. Canadian Intelligence Security Service. That's what CISS means. That's crazy, man. We are looking forward to see Black Santa and his one-legged elf back together. Holy shit. Yes. So if you guys don't already know, right after this show, I've already got my stuff packed and everything. I am going to go over to Hotlanta, and I'm going to go hang out with Black Dragon, man. We're going to make some videos. And also, I still plan on going live. I'm still going to do my show from there. You know what I mean? So if, we're still going to make it work. We're still doing it. We're not making it an excuse to not. I started looking at new zero turns after seeing your pops. I have mower envy now. Oh shit, dude. All right. Well, now you're kind of forcing the hand. You know what I mean? Now I kind of have to show what the hell's going on. All right, so let's see here. I got to go ahead and refresh. To deal with, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's a little fun little video that I put out, you know what I mean? It was a good time. I enjoyed it, man. It was super fun. I love those zero turn those things are amazing, man. Safe travels. I very much appreciate that, man. As soon as I can, I am moving back there. Oh, shit. Shout out to you, man. I'm telling you, I love it here. I love it. Be careful over in Atlanta is a giant crap hole full of idiots. Yes, I'm very aware of it. I've never been, but I am aware of it. Tell him Hardwire says hello. Absolutely will, Hardwire. I got you. Living close to the border, our favorite Canadian activity was to go eat at Swiss Chalet, or Chalet, and then try to make the 70-mile trip back home and cross the border before we shit our pants. Oh, shit, dude. Literally.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's rough. IDK, why that song with a lawnmower just made me laugh? That's the point. That's the point. They be hating over here. You know what I mean? They be hating. As confused their shit and intel, so they couldn't do shit. Oh, wow. Had no idea it was even like that, bro. It gives you the shits too? What is going on? Why would you eat that? And every time I hear that song, I think of White and Nerdy as well too. No doubt. That's the White and Nerdy by Weird Al. He definitely did the best on it. Anita Garner, it's in Cali, but I don't think you'll return. No, I have zero interest in returning to California and living there. Zero. Mike Race in the backyard Grand Prix, dude. That's right. I've been making another left turn. Yeah, it was kind of like NASCAR, you know what I mean? It's awesome. It's super awesome. We got Ron up in here saying, hi, brother from Australia. Shout out to all the Aussies out there, man. Love to see it. Enjoy that hot Atlanta. That's right. I'm going to try as much as I can. And that's right, Todd. I love to see that as well. Number one nation under God, not government. Motherfucking facts. They hate us, super crackers, Mike. No, I know. It's okay. It's okay. They're allowed to hate. They're allowed to. That's what's beautiful about this country, man. You just, whatever, man. It all goes. So real quick, before we do the like Instagram segment and all that kind of stuff, we're going to go ahead and talk about what's going on in the news. That's breaking news. No news coverage has been really covered on this yet because it just happened. We have the Secret Service Director, Kimberly Sheetal. I don't know how to say her last name. Resigns. She was criticized for failing to prevent the assassination attempt on Trump. And so there's a whole video here. We're not going to go ahead and go into that too much. We're going to read a little bit. U.S. Secret Service Director Kimberly Sheetal, who came under scrutiny for the agency's failure to prevent the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump, has resigned. She resigned, according to two sources familiar with the decision. Sheetal had faced calls to step down since the shooting at a Trump rally on July 13th, which left one attendee dead and two others critically injured. In an interview with ABC News after the attack, Sheetal called the incident unacceptable and said it was her responsibility to ensure nothing like it will happen again. Well, not with you around anymore, I guess, right? Quote, "The buck stops with me," she said. "I am the director of the Secret Service, and I need to make sure that we are performing a review and that we are giving resources to our personnel as necessary." Cheadle, I don't know how to fucking say it, chat. I'm sorry. Said during the interview she would not resign from her role, a claim she repeated during House testimony on Monday. During the contentious hearing, Sheetal called the assassination attempt on Trump the most significant operation failure at the Secret Service in decades. And that's crazy that she would say that under her own leadership. You know what I mean? That's pretty crazy to say that. And actually openly, I mean, I respect that she actually calls it like it is, but hey, you're at the head of you are the person that ultimately is responsible. In quotes, the Secret Service's solemn mission is to protect our nation's leaders. On July 13th, we failed. Sheetal said in her testimony before the House committee, quote, "As the director of the United States Secret Service, I take full responsibility for any security lapse. We are fully cooperating with ongoing investigations. We must learn what happened." Okay, so she told the committee that she would move heaven and earth to ensure that what occurred will never happen again. Quote, "Our mission is not political. It is literally a matter of life and death, as the tragic events on July 13th remind us of that, she said. I have full confidence in the men and women of the Secret Service. They are worthy of our support in executing our protective mission. Critics questioned how the Secret Service could have failed to safeguard the rally area from such an attack, particularly following reports the shooter had been spotted before the open fire and identified as potentially suspicious. And what's crazy about this, guys, what's actually crazy is that there were three snipers that were actually in the Secret Service snipers, mind you, that were in the building below where the shooter was right above them. How crazy is this? Like, that is crazy to me. So she said a very short period of time passed between then and the shooting. Quote, I don't have all the details yet, but it was a very short period of time, she said. Seeking that person out, finding them, identifying them, and eventually neutralizing them took place in a very short period of time, and it makes it very difficult. Well, it just sounds like you're making excuses now. You know what I mean? Cheadle also said that local authorities were tasked with securing the building where the alleged shooter fired the shots before being taken out by a Secret Service sniper, and confirmed that local police were present inside the building while the shooter was on the roof. Holy shit. Confirmed the local police were present inside the building. That's crazy. So the local police, not Secret Service, local police. There was actually police underneath the exact building, inside the building, while the shooter was on the roof. Like, how does that shit happen? Like, how? That's crazy to me. It blows my mind how something like this was even allotted time, space. Dude got his own ladder. Like, dude, this is crazy to me. Quote, in this particular instance, we did share support for the particular site and that the Secret Service was responsible for the inner perimeter, she said. And then we sought assistance from our local counterparts for the outer perimeter. There was local police in that building. So, yeah, I mean, that's crazy to me. Some of the criticisms of Cheadle has focused on her being a woman, with prominent conservatives like Representative Tim Burchett, I think that's how you say it, Burchett, calling her a, quote, DEI hire, and female Secret Service agents in general as having physical limitations that should prevent them from serving. Well, let's be 100% real with that then. Let's be 100% real. I mean, men and women are different. Whether you want equality or whatever the shit, I'm telling you, no matter what, we are different. We're built different, mindset different, everything's different. I don't know why people think we're the same, because we're not. We're vastly different. And it comes down to genetics as well. I mean, I'm a little guy. I can't do no fucking Secret Service shit. I can't do that. But there are most men that can, compared to women. That's what I mean by that. Is you've got a way more chance. And I mean, you've got men that are actually built tall, strong. They can, I mean, if you're not taller than the president at that point, which I know it's hard with Donald Trump, he's a tall dude, but when you're trying to cover him on stage of an assassination like we saw, and you've got half his body exposed because you're shorter than him, I mean, there's some problems there, right? So anyways, whatever. It is what it is with it, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Cheadle testified before the GOP-led House Oversight Committee on Monday in a statement announcing the hearing. Chairman James Comer said Americans demand answers from Cheadle. The quote, the United States Secret Service has a no-fail mission, yet it failed on Saturday when a madman attempted to assassinate President Trump, killed an innocent victim, and harmed others, Comer said. He's right. We are grateful to the brave Secret Service agents who acted quickly to protect President Trump after shots were fired, and the American patriots who sought to help victims, but questions remain about how a rooftop within prior proximity of the president or to President Trump was left unsecure. Yeah, man, that's definitely brutal right there. That's a lot of people probably got fired behind the scenes. You know what I mean? A lot of people probably lost their jobs over this shit, and that's just fact. You know what I mean? That's just fact. Mike is turning into Mike Verstappen. What is that? What does that mean, bro? I must know. Hey, man, love the zero turn mower. Hey, I appreciate you, my man. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's awesome. Every time I ride in Cali, my kickstand moves to the right, so it does not lean to the left. Oh shit, dude. That was a dope comment. She's a fucking lame. I agree with you, Kel. I agree with you. 100%. It definitely shows dedication when the Aussies are in the house because they have to stand on their heads to read the text because it's upside down. Holy shit, dude. Fact two. That's also a fact. I wonder if Kamala gets in if her code name will be Deep Throat. Oh my God. Yep. Success is shared with subordinates and failure is owned by the boss. Motherfucking facts. You guys are spitting game in here right now. Rest in peace to the first responder who lost his life in the audience. A father and firefighter are a true hero. Yes, and he did a lot, you know, serving your country like that in that regard, you know, being a firefighter of, you know, any type of like EMS, like I have huge respect for. So yeah, man, mega love to him and his family. And I hope that they, you know, can move on from this. And I know it's damn near impossible. You know, your whole life just stops at something like that. So I feel terrible. Gotta go grab my strips and get my box on, y'all. Be back. Hey, absolutely. I got you, homie. I got you. Appreciate you, Papa, for being in here, Papa Penguin. It's always awesome, man. She knew she had to resign or get thrown out, which she did. And absolutely. She was under so much scrutiny. It was not going to happen. She tried not to, but they filed a motion to impeach her. She was headed out one way or another. Yep. That's exactly what I read into that as well, bro. Okay, everyone, love you all. Hope everyone has a great day. Mike, you're a legend. No, you're a fucking legend. Remember that shit. Remember that shit. Absolutely. She failed as former president, lost the top of his ear. She failed to protect him in that regard. Yeah, absolutely. They made those calls to hold off and not take out someone like that was on a fucking rooftop with like a AR, you know what I mean? It shows how incompetent Biden and his administration is that they didn't fire this idiot. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But if that shit would have happened to Biden, oh my God. She pulled Trump's detail to cover Jill Biden and then had Homeland Security cover Trump. Yep. And that's something what's crazy about it is the majority of the people there were not even Secret Service. The majority there were actually Homeland Security, like a hired job. It wasn't actual, like they're not trained for it. She never answered any of the questions that was asked of her. She picked and chose what she did answer. And that's sad. And yeah, she's been under like mega scrutiny, you know, now that this is it was day 2 of her being questioned and all of that on television and shit. The only reason it's a surprise she is resigning is no one in DC ever takes responsibility for anything. Withdrawal from Afghanistan, COVID, 9/11, etc. And you're right about that, Papa Penguin. There's a huge lack of responsibility. And that's the one thing that I said in that whole thing about her was at the very bare minimum, I can actually respect that she says that we failed completely, you know, and take accountability in that way of actually saying it. She almost got President Trump killed. Yeah, no, I got you 100%. The woke DEI hires keep imploding, but yet they keep keep hiring based on race and gender. And yes, that's the problem with the majority of this shit is it comes down to like, oh, we need to have this amount of women, this amount of people of color, this many white people, you know, whatever. It's stupid, man. If you can do the job, you can do the job. You know, if you can't, you can't. We got Michael Simmers up in here. I appreciate you for being here. Sorry for being so far behind on these comments, man. I was reading some crazy shit that's going on in this world. And you can hear movements on those roofs. It's very loud underneath. Yeah, right. I would think that if I hear, so I could hear anybody crawling up here. I could hear that in pretty much any building. So it's kind of crazy to me that they wouldn't take a like, well, maybe it's loud. Maybe it's loud there. You know what I mean? Maybe it's loud. And so I don't want to be too biased. You know what I mean? I have my own feelings about it, but I try to be objective about everything. The whole thing doesn't pass the smell test. There's a lot more to this, and that I do agree with that. I do agree with that. The guy was a nerd with no hope, and he did this to. So imagine if someone who had it together tried it. No, that's no kidding. That's no kidding. But someone that has it together would not be doing something so radicalized. You've got to be fucked up in the head to do some shit like this. That's just the truth. You can't go against democracy, dude. You can't. Like the female social. I was going to say Social Security there for a second. Secret Service agent. Yeah. The local police were only supposed to handle traffic control. So that's what they were hired to do. Well, I mean, it makes sense why they had Homeland Security dealing with that. Dealing with the more protective side of the president, and then the local police doing traffic control. I can see that. 10 minutes before the shots fired, a few cops seen the guy on the roof. He turns the gun to the cop. They ran and did not say anything about it. And I did know that there are plenty of people, even video of this guy alive crawling on the fucking roof. People saying, dude's on the roof with a fucking gun. Anybody going to do anything about this? Nope. Crickets. You know what I mean? Let a random guy through the front door of the White House. It is, and there's nothing wrong with it. I can't do shit like a man, and I know it. Well, that's okay. You know what I mean? And I can't do shit like a woman. There's plus and minuses to both genders, That was BS statement. Secret Service is responsible for the whole thing. Coordination, everything to do with protecting the protection of the president. And you are right as well about that, Hardwire. 100%. 100%. Let's see what Todd J's got to say. He says, money puts us in classes poor class, middle class, and rich class. Take money away. We graduated to equal class. I like that shit, homie. But no, we're not having any, commies or nothing. We're not going to do any of that. Check out Just Goop. I don't know how to say that. Memorial video ride on his mom heartbreaking. I will check it out. I will check that out. I'm a Harley riding fat guy, so I'm not your man for that job. Hey, that's exactly, man. You know if you fit the qualifications or not. None of the law enforcement use the same radio channels. That's crazy. Why? I don't know. But the last bill Obama passed on his way out of office was granting the permission for the government to conduct psychological operations on the U.S. Civilian population, and should get weird after. Good observation. Good observation. The FBI chick behind Trump needs to be brought to Congress for, I don't know. I mean, she just now resigned. I mean, literally minutes ago, she resigned. Well, actually, about an hour ago at this point. Yeah, so let's see. Fuck 12 and all the COs, but much respect to the veterans, firefighters, and EMS. Exactly, Steve. That's why I said it the way I did. You know what I mean? That's why I said it the way I did. Harris has more miles on her knees than the Titanic is deep. She has been sucking power. Hoover uses her as a prototype. Yeah, bro. She has been known for some pretty fucking for the street shit. You know what I mean? No kidding. No kidding on that. Yeah. Let's see here. We got Rogue up in here. Appreciate you, my man. Much love, loyalty, honor, and respect. Thank you for hanging out with us. Hopefully you hit that like button and you're enjoying the content legitimately. And please make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. I appreciate all of you guys that do that. I see you guys doing it. I'm sure everyone called it. I said she needed to update her resume the same day. Can't F up that bad and keep her job. Right. You can't. I mean, if I did a mess up of like, I would say 1/100th of that in a normal job, and that goes same with all of you guys, you'd be let go. You'd be let go 100%. But it's crazy what the government can do. It's crazy the power they have. Can you imagine all these scummy stuff we've never heard about? Oh my God, dude. The shit that didn't hit the public? Oh my God. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm sure there's some really grimy shit that's happened, man. Biden doesn't care anyway. He is senile and headed out in a few months anyway. Well, yeah, well, he's obviously gone. You know what I mean? It's evident. So I don't blame the folks on the ground. They are just working with what they're given. It's the boss's fault. That's 100%. It goes up to the head every time. And look, that's part of being a man, a man's responsibility. She was filling a man's role. I'm just going to be honest. The thing is anything when it comes down to responsibility it comes down to the head of the operation, which is the top spot, and us men are usually really good about taking accountability, but within the government, no, that's a whole different thing for sure. Trump needs to get a tattoo on the side of his head of Mike Tyson biting his ear off. Oh my fucking God. That would be fucking legendary. It is what it is, Process says, and you're motherfucking right, bro. Motherfucking right. We got Rob as well. Hi, everyone. Hey, Mike and everyone in the chat. Hey, I got to give a big round of applause to all of you guys for hanging out with us this morning, man. It's awesome to see it, man. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be. It should be the best qualified for the job. I absolutely fucking agree. Sorry. I agree. If you can do the job, then you should be hired for the job. It shouldn't be, oh, we need another white person. We need another black person. We need another female just to fit this bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm going to go live in a bit on our country, calling it brainwashed or patriot. That's a good topic, Ghost Eagle. I would love to see it. Send me the link. I'll be driving over to Black Dragon's house right after this episode. You know what I mean? So literally right when I'm done with this, close up shop, and head on out. So it's going to be a really good time. Kamala Harris could be the first DEI president. We'd be the laughing stock of the world. She's like the girl you leave back at home so they don't embarrass you. She fits every dumb blonde joke I ever heard. Hardwire out here fucking spitting fucking mega shit out here. Talk your shit, cuh. I love it. If we use the audio, you can hear at least 3 different locations of where the shots came from. Wow. Well, I mean, we know that it was only one person shooting at Trump, you know what I mean? But still, yeah, there was a lot of shots, in that little short time. Got to go. Take care and enjoy your day. I appreciate you, Taz. Have a wonderful, wonderful morning, evening, afternoon. For you, it's going to be evening, We need more bikers in office. We would run our country the way it should. I agree with this. 100%. Fuck me, but love me. Hey, absolutely, bro. That's hilarious. Hook Dog, be good, my man. Leo agencies use different channels because of money and lack of coordination. I would believe this. I believe that a lot of it's on the fly, too. Ambulance and fire services are in the same boat. That sucks, dude. Willie Brown's front street gal? Damn, bro. There was 3 locations, admittedly. The shooter, the local sniper, and that missed, and the Secret Service sniper that didn't miss. Well, there's the difference of qualification. It should be that way. And dude knew what he was doing. He got his shot off. You know what I mean? He got his shot off. What was the vehicle by the water tower? I'm not sure. I'm not totally completely sure on that. Maybe someone in the chat can answer that for you. We already are the laughing stock of the world with Biden. Well, yep. Luckily, he is getting the hell out. You know what I mean? Much love, family life. I appreciate you, Fester. We'll see you on the flip side, my man. Be safe, be good. The problem is people are voting on emotion, not with their brains. It should be treated like a job interview and based on the ability to do the job, not whether you like them or not. Fucking facts. Thank you for... I love when people get it, man. I love it. I'd love to see it. Absolutely. You as well, Fester. I appreciate it. We're about to wrap this up right here, right now. Wish me luck, guys. See you tomorrow. Much love and stay safe. Absolutely, Rebecca. Brother Mike, have a safe trip and fun trip to Atlanta. Tell BD to sack up and stop with the victim. I got you. I've had my conversations, obviously, with them. Please, guys, if you guys enjoyed this episode, man, please hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. It means the absolute world. follow me on my Instagram, man. That's where I post all my fun shit. You know, I only show so much because there's a lot of copyright shit. You know, you can't play music, you can't do that shit, you know, so whatever. Please make sure you go follow me over there. Also, I'll be vlogging a lot of what I do. You know, that's what I do is I do highlights on there. You can follow my little road trip that I'm about to do right after here. Please make sure you follow me. And also direct message me. Let me know it's you. I will hit you back. I promise. It may take me a minute, but I will. Also, if you guys have been enjoying the content, want to help out, whether it be for gas money, food money, all this shit for the little trip I'm going to be doing right now, you guys can help out with via Cash App, $Ball Valve, Venmo @Ball Valve, and PayPal, ballvalvetv@gmail.com. I'm still going to be going live from Black Dragon's place. All right, guys, I'm going to be going live over there and still doing my own show. Okay, I'm still going to be doing it. It's just going to be on his equipment, but I'm still doing it. It's going to be fun. And we're going to make, me and BD are obviously going to, you know, we'll make some content as well together. So it'll be super fun. If you guys would like to help out, like I said, man, I haven't got paid in almost 4 months now. I have to wait until the end of this month in order to get paid the first time since being monetized again. So it means the absolute world if you guys can help out in that regard and get a shout out. I guess it will be with Black Dragon when I'm over there. So mega love and respect to everybody. I very much appreciate you guys. Shout out to every one of you guys in the Breakfast Club. You guys deserve it, man. I appreciate you guys, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Let's get it.
From the depths of dark